Hi bass players, Tatiana is here. Today I want to make a kind of a review of various techniques for producing sounds on the bass guitar. Muting is essential for clarity and control on the bass. There are two types of muting, the fretboard hand muting and the plucking hand muting. The fretboard hand muting happens when you gently rest your fretting fingers on the strings without pressing them down. You pluck them when they are not pressed. This creates a percussive click instead of a pitch. It's often used in funk or ghost note grooves. Right hand muting involves using your plucking hand, especially the thumb, to silence strings you are not playing. It's great for avoiding unwanted string noise. Sometimes the palm can be used, especially when you play with the pick. Fingerstyle is probably the first technique you learn on the bass, and still it's one of the most expressive. You use your index and your middle finger of your plucking hand, and you alternate these fingers as working steps. Anchor your thumb either on the pickup or a lower string to keep your hand stable. Where you pluck changes your tone. Closer to the neck gives you a warmer, rounder tone. Closer to the bridge makes it brighter and punchier. You can vary the note durations too, play short staccato notes or longer notes for smoother lines. Dynamics matter too. Plucking harder gives you more attack and more aggressive tone, and plucking softer gives you warmth. First of all, I'm filming this fragment of the video at a school which I collaborate with because they have some full-scale instruments. Slap doesn't sound right on the short-scale instruments, and at home I just have two short-scale ones. There are different slap techniques on the bass. I will show you the one I was taught and I use, and it might work well for you, but feel free to watch how the other bass players slap as well, because you might adopt another technique if you find it better for you. Your slapping arm is located more parallel to the strings than when you pluck the strings. The key is rotating the arm. You use your thumb as a slapping tool. It sticks out, but it's relaxed. It's like a sausage. You slap the strings with the side of your thumb. Your index is curved and stable. The distance between your thumb and the index is like you are going to play octaves, so that you have a string between them. This distance may vary, though. The index picks the strings up, like the Bartok pizzicato on the classical string instruments, so that the string slaps back onto the fretboard. And the sound has a percussive component. There are a couple of advanced slap techniques as well. For example, sometimes people use their index and their middle finger as well for plucking the strings up. And second, when they use their thumb for both movement, like a pick, down and up. You can try these techniques if you want. While slapping, people often use both the sounding notes and the muted sounds, which are mostly percussive. Finger muting is when you use your fretboard hand for muting the strings, like this. And palm muting is when you mute with your slapping hand. I just showed you the percussive component in sounds when you pluck on the muted strings. People also call these notes ghost notes. They don't have a definite pitch. They add groove and a percussive feel, and in the live setting or on recordings, they are more felt than heard. Use your fretboard hand to slightly touch the string and then pluck it. They are common in funk, R&B, and jazz. You can think of them like hidden drums inside your bass line. Hammer-on and pull-off are the techniques to play notes with your fretboard hand only. Hammer-on. You play a note, then tap a higher note on the same string without replucking. Pull-off. Start with the higher note and pull your finger down and off to let the lower note ring. Used together, they make you playing smoother and more legato. Great for fast riffs, fills, and some melodic playing. Tapping involves both hands to press the notes on the fingerboard. This bass technique isn't traditional. Use your pick and hand fingers to press notes on the fingerboard firmly. Usually you use the index or the middle finger. You can incorporate this technique in some bass parts, especially playing fast arpeggios or fast melodic lines. Try tapping a note with your plucking hand while holding a note with your left. Not all the bass guitars are good for it, but when they are, it sounds really cool. Harmonics are bell-like tones which you get by touching the strings at specific points. The most common are natural harmonics found at frets 5, 7, 9, and 12. Don't press the string, just gently touch and pluck. You'll hear a clean, high-pitched overtone. You can also explore artificial harmonics, fretting a note and using your plucking hand to split the rest of the sounding string and to get like natural harmonics from the shorter string. They call it artificial harmonics. This technique is more advanced and it's rarely used on the bass, but you can try it. With this technique, this note will be the highest possible sound on my bass. Slides connect one note to another by dragging your fingers along the string instead of lifting them up and refretting. You can slide up to a note or down from one note to another. And this part is probably the most famous example of using slides in bass lines. I think you recognized this part, didn't you? It's from the song Come Together by the Beatles. Using a pick gives a punchy, aggressive tone. Start with downstrokes, striking the string towards the floor. Then try upstrokes, pulling the pick up. Alternate them for speed and fluidity. Different pick material and thickness affect your sound. The thinner and softer ones are flexible and they're quieter, and the harder and thicker ones give you more control on your sound and more attack on the bass. Exploring different sound-making techniques can really open up your bass playing and help you find your unique sound. Start simple, stay curious, and don't be afraid to experiment. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and let me know in the comments which technique you are working on right now. Happy grooving, and I will see you next time!